Welcome to It's English Podcast, where English feels easy, calm, and natural.
Hey! Welcome back to It's English Podcast, the podcast that helps you speak English with more confidence, more joy, and more connection. I'm Brian.
And I'm Mary. We're so happy you are here today. Wherever you are right now, at home, on the bus, taking a walk, thank you for spending this time with us.
Before we start, Mary, how are you doing today? Tell me something real, not just, I'm fine.
Okay. Honestly, I had a beautiful morning. I made tea, I sat by the window, and I just thought about the people I love. It was very peaceful.
I love that. My morning was a little different. I woke up late, I couldn't find my keys, and I talked to myself the whole time.
You talked to yourself?
Yes, I said, Brian, where did you put the keys? Brian, think. Brian, you need to communicate better, even with yourself.
Well, that actually brings us perfectly to today's topic, because we are talking about communication, specifically why communication is so important in relationships.
Yes, and not just romantic relationships. We're talking about all relationships, family, friends, coworkers, even the relationship you have with yourself.
This topic is very close to my heart because I believe most problems between people don't come from hate. They come from silence, from words that were never said.
Wow, that's deep, Mary, and so true. Let's explore this together. You ready, listeners? Let's go.
Let's start with a simple question. Have you ever had a fight with someone you love and later realized that the real problem was just a misunderstanding?
Oh, absolutely. So many times. I remember when I was living with a roommate. His name was David. Great guy. But we almost stopped being friends. Do you want to know why?
Tell us.
Okay, so because I thought he was angry at me. He was very quiet for 2 weeks. He didn't say good morning. He didn't eat with me. I thought, he hates me. I did something wrong.
And what really happened?
He was stressed about his job. It had nothing to do with me. But because we didn't talk, I assumed the worst. I was anxious for 2 weeks, for nothing.
And that is exactly the problem. When we don't communicate, we start to imagine things. We fill the silence with fear. We assume. And assumptions can destroy relationships.
So let's talk about how to fix that. Let's go through our practical tips today. Tip number 1. Tip number 1 is speak up before things get too big. Don't wait. Don't hold everything inside. Say something early, even if it feels small.
Think about a balloon. Every time you don't say something, every time you keep a feeling inside, you add a little more air to the balloon. And one day, it pops. And everyone around you is surprised. But you knew it was coming.
I've done this so many times. Something bothers me, I say, it's fine. Someone says something that hurts me, I say, it's okay, don't worry. But inside, it is not fine. It is not okay.
And this is very common, especially in cultures where you learn to be quiet, to not make trouble, to be nice. But silence is not always kindness. Sometimes silence is just pain waiting to explode.
So here's what you can do. Try to say things early. You don't need to be rude. You don't need to be aggressive. Just say it gently. For example, hey, I felt a little hurt when you said that. Can we talk about it? Simple, calm, honest.
That sentence is powerful. I felt hurt when... It's honest, it's kind, and it opens the door for connection. Tip number 2 is so important, and many people don't realize they're missing it. Listen to understand, not to reply.
Ooh, say more.
When someone talks to you, are you really listening, or are you already thinking of what to say next? Many of us listen with our mouth, not with our heart. We're waiting for our turn to speak, not trying to understand the other person.
Okay, I'll admit it. I do this. My partner is talking, and I'm already thinking of my response. I'm preparing my defense.
Yes, exactly. We go into debate mode. We prepare to win. But in a relationship, you don't want to win the argument. You want to understand each other. Because when both people feel understood, there is no argument to win.
So, how do we practice this? Here's a simple thing you can try. When someone finishes speaking, before you respond, pause for 3 seconds. Take a breath and say back what you heard. For example, so what I hear you saying is you felt lonely when I worked late every night. Is that right?
Yes, that's called reflective listening. You repeat back what you heard, not to copy them, but to show them, I was paying attention. I care about what you said.
And that feeling of being heard is one of the most beautiful feelings in a relationship. People don't always need advice. They just need to feel heard.
Exactly. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is just listen. Really listen. With your eyes, with your body, with your full attention.
Tip number 3. This one is my favorite. Choose your words like you choose a gift.
Oh, I love this metaphor. Explain it, Brian.
Okay, so when you buy a gift for someone you love, you think about them. You ask yourself, what do they like? What will make them happy? What is the right thing for this person? You choose carefully, with love.
And words are the same. Before you speak, especially in a difficult moment, you can ask yourself, are these the right words? Will these words open a door or close one? Will these words heal or hurt?
For example, let's say your partner forgot to do something important. You could say, you always forget, you never care. Or you could say, hey, I felt really stressed when this didn't happen. Can we talk about how to handle it next time?
Both sentences talk about the same problem, but one attacks the person. The other addresses the behavior. One creates more conflict, the other creates connection. And that small difference can change everything.
The words always and never are very dangerous in fights. You always do this. You never listen. These words make the other person feel attacked. They feel like a bad person, not just someone who made a mistake.
Instead, try to talk about one specific moment, not the whole person, not their whole history, just this moment, just this situation. That is fair, that is kind, that is how we grow together. Tip number 4. Create safe spaces for honest talk. This is something I believe deeply. People only share when they feel safe. If someone feels judged, if they feel they will be criticized, they will stay quiet. They will keep everything inside.
And then what happens? They don't talk to you. They talk to someone else. Or worse, they keep it all inside, and the distance between you grows.
So, how do you create a safe space? First, don't react with anger when someone tells you something hard, even if it's difficult to hear. Take a breath first. Thank them for sharing. Yes, really. Thank you for telling me. That means a lot.
Second, keep their secrets. If someone trusts you with something personal, protect that trust. Don't share their stories. Don't use their pain against them. Trust is like glass. Once it breaks, it's very hard to put back together.
And third, be consistent. One good conversation is not enough. Communication is a practice. Every day, a check-in, a question. How are you really doing? Not just at the surface, but deep inside.
Tip number 5. This one took me a long time to learn. Learn how to repair. Learn how to say sorry and really mean it.
Tell us more.
I used to say sorry just to end the fight, not because I understood what I did wrong, just because I was tired. I'm sorry, okay? Can we stop now? But that's not a real apology. That's just silence with a ribbon on it.
Silence with a ribbon. I love that. A real apology is different. A real apology shows that you understand. For example, I'm sorry I raised my voice. I know that scared you. It wasn't fair. I will work on that.
You see the difference? The first sorry closes the conversation. The second sorry opens a new chapter. It says, I see you. I understand. I want to do better. And that is what heals a relationship.
Communication is not just about talking. It is about courage. The courage to be honest. The courage to listen. The courage to say sorry. The courage to try again. And every time you choose to communicate, you choose the relationship. You choose the person. You say, you matter to me. We matter.
Wow, Mary. Every time, every single time, you leave me speechless. Okay, listeners, take a breath. That was beautiful. And now it's time for something that will help your English grow, our vocabulary section.
All right, everyone. Let's slow down for a moment. It's time for our vocabulary section. This is where your English grows stronger. 10 powerful words, 10 words you can actually use in real life, and we'll say each one slowly, clearly, more than once. Ready?
Our first word is communicate. 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 Communicate means to share your thoughts, feelings, or information with another person.
For example, it is important to communicate openly with the people you love.
Not just talking, but really sharing your words, your feelings, your truth. That is communicating. Say it again slowly. Communicate.
Next word, misunderstanding. Misunderstanding. A misunderstanding is when two people understand something differently. One person thinks one thing, the other thinks something different, and neither one realizes it.
For example, our fight was just a misunderstanding. We both said sorry.
Misunderstandings are very common in families, in friendships, even at work. They happen because we assume. We think we know what someone means, but we don't ask. Say it again. Misunderstanding.
Word 3 is express. 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 Express means to show or share what you feel or think through words, actions, or even your face.
For example, she found it hard to express her feelings, but she tried.
When you express yourself, you let people see inside your heart. It takes courage, but it builds connection. Say it slowly. Express.
Next word. Vulnerable. Vulnerable. Vulnerable means being open and honest, even when it feels scary. It means letting someone see your real feelings, not hiding behind a wall.
For example, it felt vulnerable to say I was scared, but it brought us closer.
Being vulnerable is not weakness. It is one of the bravest things you can do. It says, I trust you. Here is the real me. Say it again. Vulnerable.
Word 5. Assumption. Assumption. An assumption is when you believe something is true without any proof, without asking, without checking.
For example, my assumption was wrong. I thought he was angry, but he was just tired.
Assumptions create big problems because we treat our guesses like facts, and then we react to something that was never even real. Say it again. Assumption.
Next word, resolve. Resolve. Resolve means to find a solution to a problem, to fix something that was broken, to reach an agreement.
For example, we talked for 1 hour and finally resolved the conflict.
Resolve is a beautiful word because it means you didn't give up. You stayed. You talked. You found a way forward. Say it once more. Resolve.
Word 7. Tone. Tone, tone. Your tone is the way your voice sounds when you speak. It shows your emotion. Angry, kind, sarcastic, loving. Your tone changes the meaning of your words.
For example, please watch your tone. The words were okay, but the tone felt harsh.
You can say the same sentence in 10 different ways, and each one feels completely different. Tone is everything. Say it again. Tone.
Next word, boundary. Boundary. A boundary is a limit you set, a line that shows what is okay for you and what is not okay, in a relationship, at work, in any situation.
For example, I told him my boundary. I need space after a difficult day.
Boundaries are not walls, they are bridges. They help people understand you and respect you. Say it slowly. Boundary.
Word 9. Empathy. Empathy. Empathy means the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person, to feel what they feel, to see life from their point of view.
For example, he showed real empathy when he listened to her without judgment.
Empathy is not feeling sorry for someone. That's sympathy. Empathy is climbing inside their experience and seeing the world through their eyes. That is how true connection is built. Say it once more. Empathy.
And our last word, honest. Honest. Honest means truthful, saying what you really think and feel, not hiding, not pretending, not saying what people want to hear.
For example, being honest was hard, but it saved our friendship.
Honesty doesn't mean being cruel. You can be honest and still be gentle, still be kind. Honest words delivered with love, that is the foundation of every great relationship. Say it again. Honest.
Let's say all 10 words together, slowly. Communicate. Misunderstanding. Express. Vulnerable. Assumption. Resolve. Tone. Boundary. Empathy. Honest.
Try using at least one of these today, in a sentence, in a conversation, even in your thoughts.
Because when you use new words, they stop feeling new and they start feeling natural. And that's when your English truly grows.
Okay, friends, we are almost at the end of today's episode, and I want to say something from my heart. Communication is not a skill you learn one time. It is a practice. Every day, every conversation, every relationship. You choose to show up. You choose to speak. You choose to listen. And that choice, that is love.
I think about my roommate, David. After I finally asked him if he was okay, he opened up. He cried a little, and that was the best conversation we ever had. All because I asked one honest question. Are you okay? 3 words, and it changed everything.
So our message today is simple. Talk to the people you love. Tell them how you feel. Ask them how they really are. And listen. Really listen. Because relationships are built in those moments, not in the big events, in the small, honest conversations every single day.
And now, it's time for our listener question. This week, we want you to think about this. Is there someone in your life that you need to have an honest conversation with? Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's your partner. Or maybe it's yourself.
Write to us. Tell us about a time when communication changed a relationship in your life, good or bad. We read every single message, and your story might inspire someone else.
We are so grateful you spent this time with us. You are working on your English. You are working on your relationships. You are working on yourself. And that takes courage. So from me, Brian.
And from me, Mary, thank you. Take care of yourself. Take care of the people around you. And remember, every word you choose with love builds a life with love. Until next time.
See you in the next episode. Keep speaking, keep growing, keep connecting. Bye for now.